Morning. Welcome to the Sunrise Run Report. Mark 3. Jesus heals a withered hand. And he entered again into the synagogue, and there was a man there which had a withered hand. And they watched him, whether he would heal him on the Sabbath day, that they might accuse him. And he said unto the man which had the withered hand, Stand forth. And he said unto them, Is it lawful to do good on the Sabbath day, or to do evil, to save life, or to kill? But they held their peace. And when he had looked around about them with anger, being grieved for the hardness of their hearts, he said unto the man, stretch forth thine hand. And he stretched it out, and his hand was restored whole as the other. And the Pharisees went forth and straightway took counsel with the Herodians against him, how they might destroy him. Jesus heals a withered hand. It is all about the law of man and the truth of God versus the truth of God's goodness and God's graciousness. Man has religion and has so many laws, and sometimes you don't know what these laws are for, and they're just there in place, and people have molded themselves according to these arbitrary laws. Their hearts are set in that mold, which is not God's mold for our hearts, but man's invention. A means of control. And God's word is liberation. God's word is freedom, not constraint. And if it appears outwardly as constraint, inwardly it's freedom. But it takes discernment to get to that. Understanding. I just want to say, a lot of hearts are judgmental. And self-righteous. Before trying to get pick the mote in your brother's eye, before casting any sort of judgment, why don't you look at the log in your own eye? That's all you need to know. There's a log in your eye. That's all you need to tend to. That's all you need to address the log in your eye, you know? It's just about taking that finger you're going to point at someone else and turning it at yourself and just really looking at yourself. This is why this walk is a one-on-one with Jesus. It's how you self-correct your own errors. You're not going to go out there and correct some other guy's error because you don't know. I don't know. Only Jesus knows. Jesus knows each and every one of us. He knows every tick and turn of our hearts. So just be concerned with the log in your own eye. I just live in a very religious place, and everyone's very self-righteous and judgmental, but they're sort of, that's just how people are here. It's just they're raised into the law. This arbitrary. They don't know the good news of Jesus Christ, the gospel. It's no longer the law, it's the gospel. It's a time for rejoicing, not a time for like contraction and fear and no judgment. No. Rejoice in the good news. That's what Jesus gave us. That's our inheritance, and I don't know. This is the Lord's work. He will do it all. He will finish it off, and He has. It's just you know, this is all just residual light from the climactic event that reconciled all of mankind to God, that finished all of time. The cross. This is all just residual light. That's going back home. So I pray for all the nations and all the souls which are oppressed by the law of man. And I pray that the good news of Jesus Christ reaches every heart this day, in whatever way. It's good news. Look at the log in your own eye, and then see how much you need good news. Be scared of the log in your eye, and just be disgusted by it. Feel all sort of things till you get to the end of yourself and just die. Once you're dead, it is not I who live, but Christ in me. That's all. Okay. Have a lovely day. I love you.